Hey ladies, it's Melissa. Emma had reached out to me yesterday and asked if I would mind doing a quick little tutorial on how to use the new A2 slider card and the dies. It's super easy, but I thought I would jump on and do that for you guys real quick. Now, you're going to need, of course, a basic card base. You know, you can have your card base side to side, top, bottom, however you want. I prefer mine to open at the top, so that's what I have. And then I have cut out all the pieces here. I've already layered my little, decorative piece in the middle. Then you've got your mechanism, you've got your little pull part, and then you've got your base piece. So let me show you guys how I did this, okay? Now, you have a few options. You can use pretty much anything that will give your card a little bit of lift. Let me explain. You can use foam tape. If you use foam tape, I highly suggest you use a thin foam tape, okay? A thin one. Nothing that's too thick. You can use, and what I'm using today is some scrap chipboard. I had some chipboard. I keep a drawer, pardon me, of chipboard that I like to use, and so I grabbed that. I have it in all different colors. I have black, I have white, I have this color, whatever. What you're going to want to do very first and foremost. Now, you could use cardstock too. Let me mention that. If you wanted to layer up some pieces of cardstock to create your channel, you can. I mean, if you're wanting a very seamless look, I don't think you're really going to notice it, but you can layer up cardstock as well. So the very first thing that you want to do is, I've already cut that mechanism out, and if you see, you have these fold lines here. Now, this bottom fold line here, this little bottom piece, that piece right there is the piece that you're going to attach to the part that you pull, okay? So I would suggest doing that first, and the way I do it, let me just move this out of the way. The way I do it is I just turn it over to the back side. Let's go ahead and put a little glue on this piece, okay? And then I take my piece here, let me use this behind, and I want to line it up and try to get it even on both sides, okay? You're going to attach the very bottom of this to the very bottom of that. So I try to, like I said, I put it on here, and then I just, where it looks good at the top, and your little notch is your top, by the way, because this piece has got to poke out where you can see. If it looks even there and it looks pretty even on the sides, then you're good. So let me, all right, I think that, oops, there we go. There we go. Now, go ahead and attach that down. Give that a minute to set, okay? So now what you have is your piece here with this piece attached, and it's only attached, if you can see, it's only attached to that little piece down there. Now what you need to do is you want to create a channel. So when you pull this, that it slides nicely. It glides in and out, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this chipboard, and I'm going to create that channel. Again, you can use cardstock. You can use foam tape. I've used foam tape in the past. Like I said, if you use a foam tape that is too thick, what happens is it lifts the card a little bit too much, and you end up with a wiggle, and sometimes it just doesn't slide seamlessly. That's the only issue. Now, you're going to put this pretty close to this little lip here, but you're not going to put it right up against it because, again, you want it to be able to slide. So see, I know you can't tell, but hold on. When I get this glued down, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See where I can see just a little bit of that paper poking out? That's what you want. These little strips are just a hair over a 1/4 inch wide, in case you're wondering. Okay. And then do the same on the other side. I'm trying to space these even, but not doing a great job. Okay, let me double check. I can still see, yeah, I can still see just a little hair of that poking out. So now you have your 2 strips. Now the bottom strip is optional. I like it just because, you know, it's going to give your paper that same lift, so I like to go ahead and add it. It's not doing anything other than just, you know, making your base a little more stable. So we're just going to go ahead and put that in as well. I don't know, maybe that's the OCD in me that says I need that piece. But anyway, so there I have on 3 sides, your bottom and both sides. Remember, this is your top, okay? So then what you want to do is you want to glue this piece, and I just use the channel as a guide, and then I just glue it down, okay? So, pardon me, just put some glue. I'm pretty, I like to get good coverage on this piece. I'm sorry if you guys can't see. You don't want to go, oops, now see, I did that, and that's my fault. I gotta make sure I get that off. I got glue on the underside. You do not want that, because then your stuff is not going to slide well. I'm sorry, guys. Doing this on camera is not as easy as just, you know. And I don't want to put my head in the way, so I'm trying to do this for standing up. Okay. So you've got that, and you want to just attach it to your main piece there. Just put it on there, you know, evenly. Gives you don't have to use that main, that other piece. You can put this directly to the card if you want, but this just gives it such a nice finished look, right? So put it down, and then you have this piece, which you will then attach to your card front, okay? But essentially you have it built. So what you do here, if you can see, you're just going to pull that. It's going to slide. Now, if you want this to set up nice and pretty, I suggest that you go ahead and pull it up to where you would want it and pinch this. If you do that, then it's going to stay nice. It's going to, you know, it's going to sit nicely. The thing I was saying earlier about if you use some foam tape that's too thick, sometimes this pop-up part will not stay up because you've got too much lift and too much room. And so this has got too much room to give here. So, you know, just make sure that, you know, you do you. Work with a few different elements and see what works best for you. But then on this part, when you attach your focal point, now this could be any shape. This is the shape that comes with the card. It could be any shape, but make sure that when you attach this, I'm going to pull this up. Now you see, this is where you attached it at the bottom. This is your little mechanism that works everything. It makes, you know, things slide in and out. You only want to, when you attach something, obviously, if you don't want to attach it to that part, because then you're not going to be able to bend. You're not going to be able to utilize this little part here. So you only want to attach it to this little square here, okay? So I would say lay it down, get it, you know, kind of where you want it, and then you'll know, you know, how much glue that you're going to want to go. So let's just do this. Let's do it together. I'm only going to put glue in the middle. You don't have to cover it completely, as long as you get a good hold. So put that back down. Okay, and center this. Get this where you want it. Oops. You want it, you know, centered. I think that looks pretty good. Go ahead and press that in. Wipe off any little excess glue if you see any coming out, okay? And then when you pull this, your little piece is going to pop up. And whatever your focal point in here, you put your little message here. I mean, pretty simple, right? Super cute. So many possibilities for this one, you guys. I'm super happy that Emma did this because I love slider cards, and I love to be able to have something for our customers to do simply, you know. And so hopefully this was easy to understand. If it wasn't, please let me know, comment, you know, or just shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and I'll be glad to get back with you. I hope this explains everything. So until I see you ladies again, have a great weekend.